A devastating fire outbreak destroyed an entire compound in Brikama, Nyambai, belonging to one Jaitakunda family on Friday night. The residents in this compound could not put an estimate of the material loss suffered by all affected. But one thing is certain, they have lost their belongings in the inferno. The clothes they have on their backs at the time of this interview were generously provided by their neighbors and families. One of the tenants in the compound, Suleiman Manjang, explains how the fire started.
By 12:47 a.m., I heard a noise, so I go out. Whilst there was a dog making some noise at the door. So I just go back again and bed. So by 20 past 2, again, I had a noise again. Whilst there was somebody in this house. His name is Baumar Sonko. He was the one uh, 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 hitting the corget. So when I heard that noise, I just opened my door and saw the fire. So that's the time I knocked the first door, which is Keba Suso. He also is a police, he also a sergeant in the Gambia Police Force. So when I knocked his door, he wake up with her wife and the family. He evacuated, the family and the wife. So he also told me that Baumar is inside. So that's the time I hold this burglar proof to break it, whilst I even sustain some injuries.
What is the cause of the fire outbreak? Suleiman Manjang explains.
Through my knowledge, it was caused by the pole, the Nawek pole outside. So there is a wire which is connected from the pole direct to the meter. Yes. So the wire was burning. The wire was burning up to an extent, it comes up to the how to call it, the meter. So the meter, whilst where the meter was, there is a set of chairs and sponge, a lot of lockages which were gathered there. So when the meter burned, so the melt of the meter was dropping in the sponge and the chairs. So that's the time the chair and the sponge set a fire, so and supply the house.
Keba Suso is also a tenant in the compound. He explains how his wife woke him up to rescue their family.
I'm a police officer as a sergeant. I close from work by 10. I reach at the home by 11:30. So when I reach home, I took my dinner. From there, I go to bed by 12. So while I was at sleep, my wife called me around 2 upward, told me that, Daddy, wake up, there is fire in the house. So that was the time we rushed. We have a 6-year baby. My wife picked that baby and we all rushed and came out. But the moment we came out from the house, we just and we see fire. Within 5 minutes, the fire catch our house door. There's nothing left in my house. All my property were all burned by fire. I have nothing absolutely with me as at now. My police uniform, my cars, my money inside my drawer, everything was burned by fire.
John C. Mendy, who is also a tenant in Jairekunda and a teacher, explains how he was also affected by the fire.
We are also affected. Yeah, seriously. Yes. The room, one cannot live any longer in it because it was actually affected by the smoke from the outbreak. Yes, and the wall got cracked. All our carpets are affected. The curtains, everything was actually destroyed. The TV set also, it messed up. So this is actually what happened.
The fire did not find our Barry at the compound. She was informed by her husband while away to grace a family wedding. She said they were not able to rescue anything from their house.
Nke ma na tan kumande suto tu ka fanya komen ko dimbale be bokan suwo kono na bun kono ay dulal be jani ay na fengol be jani ani moto lani na neighbors la bungol nata wala nyama ka bo kuloro nin ba ma nin mbarin kelu anin na sister nata tara jang futa jang tara fire service bi jan dimba dulal be jani fem man fundin na bungo kono hani feng amam fundin na bungol kono silang wala ko bi jang be de maro dan la karaw karala mba soto la dawo datu kabirin gambie jang fo gambie e bantala man sakunda o kilin lawo ma soto dawo da abete yata hani fem man fundi hani musuwaro na man fundi nyimbungol min bebi jang hani musuwaro amam fundi buwo bu yala nala bunjorangol be buwo bun hani fem man fundi jetu fa hada ma dingol kungol de bar wo kolawo fem man fundi bungol kon.
The tenants in the compound collectively appealed for help from government and philanthropists as the fire outbreak left them with nothing. They entirely depend on neighbors and families for help. Reporting for Kerr, Fatou, I am Buba Gajigo.